leave Boston, if you leave any kind of big US town, you see that the neighborhood is in one place, you shop in another place, there's an office park in another place. You're completely reliant on the car. Half the time each of these spaces are dead because no one uses them. And life is completely separated. Can we transform these environments to accommodate our changing habits of how we work, how we live, and more so our increased sense of, or desire, let's say, to be part of a community? So again, going back to that idea that within our digital age, where we socialize through digital platforms, that in fact increases our sociability. It does not replace the kind of the desire for physical interaction. I also did work on New Jersey here in the States. New Jersey is an interesting case because it's the densest state, but it has no big cities, and it's a kind of permanent. It's in a permanent condition of dispersal. So the question, well, how will that also kind of become? How can that be enhanced to become a stronger form of urbanism? That project, we worked on hybrids, on hybrid buildings which are not, or beyond the building, they're more like structures that combined a series of different programs within them. We also worked on a project, for example, in New York for a reuse of an office building. So one project we worked on took a 1970s office building in New York, which is less desired today for companies for office use. And we stripped it down, we kept only the structure, and we incorporated in it a series of programs, residential, work, other amenities, a school, and vertical gardens, and a whole kind of set of landscapes within that structure. And we did it in a way that would enhance and create different meetings between these different programs. So if we take the residential component, we have a variety of residential types within that single building. We have very small units, and we have larger units. Now, the very small units are part of a different form of collective living, that they have certain amenities that they share. For example, if I want to have like 12 people over for dinner, most people that live in New York don't have place to put all these people. So there was a communal kitchen, that you would have your very small kind of minimal unit, but then you would have a space, a communal kitchen that you could use and kind of sign off and write and use for certain events. Or you would have a kind of a theater that you could use, to watch movies in. But it's not, you have access to it, you can enjoy it, but it's not within your unit. And then you would have like a desk in an office space. Instead of having a parking spot associated with your unit, you would have a desk, because many of the people within Midtown Manhattan don't need a car. So, I mean, this is a completely new typology. Now, the question is, how can design make that a desirable place to be in? So it becomes a design project. This is an example of one on the architectural scale of how we're working on different kind of typologies. In this sense, in this case, within an existing city. But more interesting, how can you now think of these new typologies in the suburbs? And there, they would probably incorporate agriculture, production, energy on a different scale.